Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Brie Book Reviews video. I apologize for the very long kind of hiatus that I took. Not really long, I've actually gone a lot longer, if you guys remember. So I just want to do a really quick life update sort of thing, and then I have a book haul for you guys just to kind of get back into the swing of recording videos, and then I will probably be doing a couple tag videos that I have been meaning to get to for a very long time, so stay tuned for that. So I don't really want to go too much into detail as to why I wasn't recording videos, and it actually is not something I want to mention on the channel, but I do want to say that not only was I not recording videos, but I wasn't really reading. There will be no June wrap-up. When the end of July comes, I might do a June/July wrap-up because I did read a little bit in June, but not enough to do a whole video on it. So other than that, I just want to show you guys some books that I got, and also show you one of those mystery box subscriptions that I got myself into a couple months back, and that is Fanny Pack. This is an anime and manga box subscription, so there's a bunch of little anime and manga things in here. I have actually opened this box already. This is the second one that I received. The first one was last month, but with me not recording stuff, I didn't really get the chance to show you guys. However, I do want to say that this came in that box, by the way. It is a little owl head from Fullmetal Alchemist, and it is also a change purse. So super adorable. I don't really use it to actually hold change. I've just been it's sitting on my bookshelf right now. It's kind of just a decoration. By the way, there will be a link down below to the Fanny Pack website if you're interested in subscribing to it. So there is a little card telling you what's inside the Fanny Pack and what anime they've gotten product from. So the first thing that's in here is a little Dragon Ball Z sweatband that is super adorable, and I would totally wear this all the time because I go running a lot, so a sweatband is a great idea because jogging, sweat in my face, it's good. Plus, the new Dragon Ball Z episodes are starting, or they have started. I haven't really been looking into anime. I've been so behind on everything. I haven't done any hobby-related stuff lately, so I'm interested to check out the new episodes of Dragon Ball Z though, and I'm super excited to have this because it's awesome. Then we have Attack on Titan playing cards, which is cool because I've been wanting to have a deck of playing cards anyways for when I have people over. Oh my god. So it also came with this coaster, and he looks like he's entered a wet t-shirt contest, so definitely amazing fan service right there. But I love that this is a coaster, and that's awesome, and I will definitely be using this, so with that. There are two more things in here, and I will just put this box aside. Then we have a Haruhi button, and that's really cool. I actually haven't watched Haruhi Suzumiya before, so I've been interested in checking it out, maybe soon. I know it's supposed to be a really funny comedy, so. And then the last thing we have here is from Madoka Magica, and that is a set of magnets. Really cute, chibi-fied magnets. I like them a lot, and I need magnets on my fridge, so this is definitely some awesome additions to my anime collection. And it's just stuff like that in this box. Really cute. Two more things that I want to show you guys before I get into the actual books that I got. I got two pop figures from the bookstore. Those are, I got Willow and Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But me and Brian are rewatching Buffy and Angel, the entirety of it, all over again on Netflix. To be honest, I used to love that show, but I only watched it completely through one time. So this is still kind of a new experience. I remember the major events that happened, but a lot of the single episodes are completely new to me, and it's just such an awesome show. So if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Also, from watching this, I might eventually get to watching Firefly because I love Joss Whedon anyways, and I want to watch that show because he does that show too. So maybe that will lead into starting Firefly, which everybody has been telling me to watch if I like this. So, but these are two of my favorite characters. Out of all the ones they say they have here, I would probably also really like to have Oz. Maybe Angel. I'm not that big into the main characters. Like, I don't really care to have Buffy or Angel for some reason, but I really, really wish they made a Cordelia because I want a Cordelia. Do they make a Cordelia? Someone tell me. So now into the actual book haul, starting first from the top. The first one I have here is a graphic novel, and that is Volume 2 of Rat Queens by Curtis J. Webb, Rock Upchurn, and Stephen Sajic? Not sure. I've already read this, by the way, and loved it. This second volume was definitely a great sequel to the first one. Definitely liked this probably just as much, if not even a little more, than volume 1. So I then picked up The Lost Fleet Dauntless by Jack Campbell. This is the first book in the Lost Fleet series by this author. I read an audiobook series by him called The Pillars of Reality and absolutely love that series, so I decided to check out this. This is his sci-fi series, and it's actually pretty long. Like, the Lost Fleet series is a good 6 books, and then he's got The Lost Fleet Beyond the Frontier, which has about 4 or 5 books. But if his other series is any indication as to how good it's going to be, I definitely know I'm going to enjoy this. This next one I don't know a whole lot about, but I saw it on Books and Pieces channel, and that is Dawn by Octavia E. Butler. It is a sci-fi about a character named Lilith. She survives a nuclear war only to be taken captive by this alien race, and that's all I know about this series. And Books and Pieces had a lot of good things to say about this series, so I'm very excited to get to it. This next one I know little to nothing about. It was kind of on my Amazon recommendations list, so I decided to just go ahead and get it, and that is Seven Forges by James A. Moore. But I'm actually excited to go into this a little bit blind. Haven't heard anything about this book, so that's why I know little to nothing about it. But sometimes not knowing is the best part. I also finally picked up Retribution Falls by Chris Wooding. This is the first book in this series. I forget the name of the series already, but a lot of booktubers have been reading this or have already read it, and I have heard nothing but wonderful things. And this is one of those series that will definitely be on my TBR very, very soon, or is on the top of my TBR to be read in the next 3 months or so. The next 3 are all books by the same author. These 2 are from the same series, and that is Shadow's Son and Shadow's Lure by John Sprunk. All I know is that I saw the beautiful covers to these and decided that they needed to be in my life, and they are adult fantasy, so obviously adult fantasy. I will pick up almost anything, especially if the covers are really cool looking. And the only negative thing I have to say is that these 2 editions are completely different from one another, even though they are both still from the same publisher, so I'm a little bit confused as to that. Like, it's not even that it's thinner, it's shorter than this other one, which is annoying. And then also pick up the first book in another series that he did, and that is Blood and Iron, which is part 1 of the Book of the Black Earth, and another cover by really fantasy with seems like a really cool magical system, so we'll have to see. And again, I just really liked the cover to this, and I'm sorry about the glare, but yes, really, really great. This next one I have actually started to read, and I plan on reading this kind of at a slower pace throughout like the next few months, maybe read a certain number of pages or chapters per week, and that is Seven Eves by Neil Stevenson. This is his newest science fiction novel, and I picked this up after also seeing it on Books and Pieces channel. She had nothing but good things to say about it, and I recently watched the movie Interstellar and decided that I really wanted to pick up a sci-fi, so I decided to get this one because of her recommendations about it. It's basically about an event in which the moon breaks up into 7 pieces by this thing that the human race calls the agent, and it is the survival of the human race. They figured out through mathematics that the moon is going to keep breaking up into smaller bits until it turns into a ring around the Earth, kind of like Saturn. But as a result, 1 trillion meteorites are going to hit the Earth all at once and basically incinerate the surface of the Earth in killing everything on it. So the scientists around the world kind of do their math and figure out that they have about 2 years before this event happens, and it's about mankind coming together and building this space station to bring up a good portion of the population, as well as a lot of things on Earth they want to save in like little test tubes to maybe later grow and one day bring back down to the Earth once Earth is safe to come back down to. And it also goes into the future about 5,000 years later, in which mankind comes back down to Earth to find out what happened. So, sounded amazing, and I decided to go ahead and start it. And I am not that far in, but these are super, I'm like 80 pages in, but these pages are heavy. They're very, very thin, and there's a lot of text on each page. I also want to take my time on this because I want to understand the science that Neal Stephenson puts in this. It's hard to say what's actually fiction and what's not, and I think that's really cool because basically I've been reading something, and if I want to understand a concept that he puts in the book, I've been researching to see if it's a real thing in science, and it's just leading to a lot of cool things that I've researched lately. So I'm having a lot of fun taking my time reading this. And the last sci-fi I have here, I've been really getting into collecting sci-fi. I want to start reading more of them. Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Corey, and I've heard that this is being turned into a television series at the end of the year, and that is the main reason why I wanted to pick this up. Also, I've been wanting to pick up this series for a really long time now, and I finally it kept being put in my cart and then taken out of my cart, and then put in my cart and then taken out of my cart. So finally I just said, just buy it, Bridget, just buy it. And so I did. The last and final book is kind of one I just picked up on a whim. I don't know really anything about it, just that it's been getting really hyped up on BookTube lately. I don't always jump into the hypes, but this one had a lot of really good reviews, and a lot of booktubers that I trust have already gotten it and said it's really, really good, so I went ahead and got it, and that is Uprooted by Naomi Novik, and all I know is that it is a fairy tale retelling, and that's it. But I wasn't initially attracted to this book, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a huge fairy tale retelling person. There are like ones that I do like the Cinder series, but I heard nothing but amazing things, and not gonna lie, there is a lot of recommendations from some amazing authors on the back of here, like Ursula Le Guin, then we have Lev Grossman, there's Rachel Hartman, Tamora Pierce, Maggie Stiefvater, Robin Hobb, Cassandra Clare, Patrick Rothfuss. Just so many amazing authors have blurbs on the back of this book, and I don't know if it's just to get everybody to read this, but I definitely jumped on that bandwagon and picked it up. This might be a book that I'll be picking up in July. I haven't decided yet. I am in the middle of like 4 books right now. So that is all for this update and this book haul. If you have any questions or comments, as always, please leave them down below, and I will talk to you guys later.